Hi guys, welcome to our Universal Energy Flow monthly reading. It is December.
How the hell did that happen?
I actually don't know. How this happened. It's weird. It's strange, isn't it? It's been a fast.
What a year. What a crazy year, but especially the last few weeks. Oh my gosh.
5 weeks of Hopi. Yeah, it's been a mad year. I can't believe we're into December already. And really just starting to, I think actually a lot of people are just starting to come into their power, and it feels like it should be, something should be ending and something new should be beginning. So I think this month is really, there's a wee cat just like trying to pop out already. This month really should be all about like self-care and looking after yourself, so that you really can step into your power over the next year ahead.
I always think December is a strange month, because it's like nature's kind of shutting down a bit.
But not this year.
Hibernating almost. Well, I suppose not.
The grass is
because it's
still
been
growing.
so warm this year, it's been less so, but you know what I mean? Like, it's animals hibernate and whatnot, and it's like, but like it can be a chaotic month as well, it can be a mad month. And 36 years of Claire Gilchrist tomorrow on the 2nd.
Yes,
so
it's
that'll
exciting.
be fun.
Yeah, I think I'm just getting more excited now the older I get, because it's fun. It's fun. Life is fun.
Talking about coming into power as well, like you are you've always known how powerful you are, but like you're ready to come right into it now, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I think
so look out, trips.
Everybody is, right? So we've all got something that we need to do to just make ourselves like feel good, and we know what our purpose is. I think deep down we've all got that knowing, and you know what it is. It makes you you and makes you unique, and we all have to step into our power, and this is the time to be doing it. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited
forward
for
to your birthday.
everyone. Oh, I'm looking forward to it too. As I said, I feel like, my birthday's just amazing already. We've got Hopi, and it's just it's such a good feeling every time we look at her and I see Eden with her, and it just makes my day. It just makes my day. Right. I'm going to get cracking on with this universal reading for everyone, because that's what we're all about. That's what we're here for right now. And just before I begin, right, I've gave my 3 decks a shuffle. I've got my Diana Cooper, I've got the fairy cards, and I've got the Ascended Master cards. And then tonight I've also, just before we began, I'd sat a couple of crystals on top of the cards. And I thought I would just bring some crystals into it, because a lot of people either are into crystals and they don't know why, or they know a little bit about them, or they have them around. Crystals are just amazing for building up the vibration. So crystals come from Mother Earth, and they come from all over. You can find them in Scotland, you can find them basically everywhere. So when you invite these crystals into your home, or when you use them for healing, they can lift the vibration of yourself, your own energy, and they can also lift the vibration in your home. So keep crystals around you, and like use them in times like this, if you're giving yourself a reading, or if you need a specific one for something, get one and keep it around you. I just thought I'd bring the crystals in because they were talking to me today and telling me to do that. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Diana Cooper deck. I would get Stephen to do this, but he's busy.
Oh no, I'm ready.
Oh, you ready? You
ready.
manage? Okay, so if you
Many
could
you want?
pick 3 from there, please.
Okay. Uno. Dos. 3 again?
Yes, please. Ooh. Thank you. Okay, and I'll just get you to pick 4 from this one, please. Beautiful, thank you.
Just like that.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first. So the first angel card that was pulled, so this is like where we're at right now. And the very first card that came out tonight was curiosity. So the affirmation for that is I explore the wonder of life. So this is a card it's trying to remind you to be childlike, be curious, see the wonder in life. And I think, you know, there's a lot of excitement going on right now. If you've got kids, then kids are really excited right now. Some of them are actually too excited, and they can get to the point where they're, you know, they're actually getting upset, and just it's crazy. It can be a crazy time, but also a really exciting time. And sometimes you have to like see the world through the eyes of a child and just like enjoy it, get into the festive cheer, like, you know, just try and see life differently, you know, because we can take ourselves a bit serious, and we can take this time of year too serious, like trying to get enough money to buy everybody a present and do all this and do all that and have everything perfect, when really all you need is like small, you know, the small things are the things that matter, you know. You find like kids end up playing with cardboard boxes and having the most fun, and that's where you get the best laughs. So I'm going to read the message on the card and then see what else is coming up, but I definitely feel like this is like just reminding you to just be more childlike, start to be more curious about the world that you're in as well, and just enjoy life a little bit more.
That's a great way of putting it. I've definitely been lucky enough to have that brought into my life with Eden. Like she's definitely made me become more childlike and curious. Is a great word, you know. Like even if you're asking yourself questions, like instead of being so critical all the time, like be curious about what's going on with you. And, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think like we sometimes
compassionate. Ask a compassionate question and be curious about the answer instead of being so hard on yourself. Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that. Like, I think we can be like our own worst enemy at times. And really, if we start asking ourselves, like, why are we feeling this way? Why are we doing these things? And have a wee bit more compassion, and you know, try and get to the roots of things, then we will love ourselves more, and that's when you flow best. And you know, we have to do that. So I'm going to read this wee message from the card. See life through the curious eyes of a child, and you will discover a never-ending source of happiness and excitement. Curiosity keeps you alive, interested and interesting. The angels are inviting you to be curious about yourself. Start exploring who you are, and you will grow personally and spiritually. Be interested in people, and you will discover an eternal source of fascination. Be curious about the wonderful universe in which you live, about the angels themselves and their role in the divine plan. The radiance of your delight in life will illuminate you. How nice. So yeah, I think this is like when you start to be more curious and, you know, get more excited and allow yourself to be that way, you know, like be a bit more childlike. When you can allow yourself to be that way, then basically you will light up, you will be lit up, you know. And I think you can tell when someone's lit up, you can tell when someone's like really happy when you see someone and they've maybe like just, they've maybe met somebody, or you know, something good happened to them, and you can tell, you'll say, what's going on with you, what's this spark all about? So the more curious you can be and the more kind you can be to yourself, then the more lit up you will be. So that is right now, this is where like we're all at. We all need to be like living by that, and just, you know, loving yourself a bit more, to give yourself that time to be curious, and be curious about everything that's going on round about you too. There is a beautiful world out there, and we were just talking about nature, and like I've noticed like how the grass is still growing and things are still like pretty amazing for this time of the year, and you know, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel alive, and you can just tune into that. Okay, so we're going on to the next card. It's another C. So it's communication. Okay, so this is something that we need to do more of. And it's like, you know, it's like for the past wee while. So for me, this is coming out because people are needing to communicate more. They're needing to work on their communication skills. I'm going to read the message and then we'll go into like more on that, because I think we need to have the message first. But I'm feeling like this is coming out in the past wee while. So it's like, guys, and you guys, we're all needing to communicate more and speak our truth, and also be more positive, you know. Be careful of how we're communicating too. Right, I'm going to read the message. So the angels remind you that being spiritual is about being genuine and honest. When you speak from the heart, others feel the resonance of truth and trust you. Talk positively, focus on the good in life, and you will feel happier and healthier. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve all relationships. Communicate constantly with Source using prayer, which is asking, and meditation, which is listening. Always keep channels of communication open. Be a bridge to others' hearts and minds. Ask your angel to step into your aura and communicate in a higher way through you. I communicate clearly and honestly is the affirmation.
It's the communicating from the heart bit that's jumping out to me there, you know, like, because I don't think there's enough of that right now. Like,
Yeah.
there's too many people want to be right all the time, want to defend their arguments, and it doesn't get anywhere for
I
anyone,
agree.
you know. So, like, communicate. You know right away when someone's communicating with an open heart that's actually listening to you, and I think that's the most important thing when it comes to communication. Honest,
Yes, definitely.
heartfelt communication.
Yeah, and that's jumping out at you because, yeah, like you said, right now, there's just not enough of that. And, you know, it's not like anything to be ashamed of, because I think in our society, in our world, like communication is a big problem where people, they don't speak their truth, they don't speak from the heart. They live in a, you know, a lot of people are living a false life in a way because they don't want to be honest about how they truly feel, even with their partners, you know, and instead they just live in a life in which you could call a habit instead of an actual life, like a life that you love. So you have to communicate and speak your truth, and that will help like everything flow better. Of course it will. I think it's coming up because as a society we do struggle with it, and we're all going to have to just, I think the main thing is just be honest with yourself, you know. So sit with yourself and be honest with you first, and then take that out with yourself and start opening up to others. But I think you have to communicate with you first and really just be honest with yourself and be calm as well. You know, it doesn't mean you have to go out and be like, right, that's it, you're this and you're that, and I don't, like, just be honest with yourself. That's the biggest thing.
I like this bit as well. Communicate constantly with source using prayer. You know, like I reckon I'm reasonably connected to source. I don't probably pray enough, to be honest. Like, in what I would consider prayer, but like you're super connected to source, obviously. Like, but how and what's your secret? Your source secrets?
Well, I think it's just because I've always been so used to it, like to chatting to source, universe. Like when I was a wee girl, I thought like in my head I would be talking to like God or something, because that's what you were taught about, I suppose. But I've always felt like there was something more, and for me, I connect with like nature and Mother Earth. I talk to Mother Earth, I talk to the universe, and like it's usually just like in my head I'm doing it most of the time. But again, like I need reminded to do it more too, especially when like, you know, some days like life is just flying in just now. We've got a wee baby and everything can be mad, and sometimes it's like, right, okay, communicate and I will get what I want and I'll be able to feel better for myself too. So yeah, it's also reminding me to just keep doing that and keep going and do it more often, do it as often as possible. You know, I think that's one of the things, like people say, oh, how often do I need to do it? Do you need to pray once at night? Because it used to be when you were taught, like, you pray, you say your prayers at night or whatever. Just do it in your mind whenever and wherever, and watch how things can get better for you, you know. I used to, like, even communicate with source before I went into, like, job interviews, or I would, like, sit and have the conversation out in my head with that energy before I would go in somewhere or before I would take a phone call. So, you know, and just asking, you know, make sure this goes all right for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always be grateful as well, and always be grateful, always say thank you, because that is like, it's such an amazing thing to be able to communicate and show gratitude for that. Okay, so we're moving on here. So we're going into right now. So that was like the past wee while, and this is right now. And the card that's coming up is see the other person's point of view.
Heart energy, baby.
So there's a lot of that right now going on, where people are just so one-minded, like they're so narrow-minded in a way where, you know, you can be thinking you've got it all, you know everything, and you've got, that's it, you know. And you can look at some people and be like, nah, they're crazy, they've just got it wrong, you know, they're fucked. Sorry, but that, and for me, this is coming up because this is like right now, the present time, and this is like something that we need to work on. So I think we're all going to have to work on like seeing other people's points of views. It doesn't mean you have to agree with them, like just means like just see it, that they've got their point of view, they've got their way, and that's okay. You don't need to waste all your energy trying to change their way. Just be you, you know. And I think this is like such a big thing now, because people are like got such a strong mind about how they want things to be and how they're being. And I think this is really like, this is why it's coming up. It's making me feel quite like excited as well, because yeah, just let people be the way they want to be. Stop trying to change people and just work on you. Just put that into yourself and just keep being you, you know.
It's also making me think of community, like community spirit, because I think that like
Yeah,
we kind of need more of that in the world as well, like finding common ground, coming together with people that you don't have to agree with absolutely everything, just
yeah, but we can still
that.
get on, and we can still like be a tribe, and you know, like it doesn't mean that like we have to be separate from each other, you know, because like we've got people that come to an event sometimes, and some people like love to smoke cannabis and some people don't, you know. And that's okay. They can still be in the same room with each other, you know. It doesn't make people separate. it just, there's different people have got different interests, and it's like, even for like the way things work, the way medicines work, some medicines are right for some people and some aren't. You know, some people get called to try something and some people don't, and it's just, we all have to learn how to flow. So yeah, I feel that too. I feel the community coming with that as well, and just like is all able to get on as one. And I think that is like, it's such a big thing just now, because there seemed to be like, we were separating, the world was going separate like roads. There was one, it's like a divide, and I think there could be a shift where people are starting to have more of a common ground and more of a love for each other.
I think it might be needed. We'll see what happens in the
Definitely
world
needed.
over the next year or so, but I think like, yeah, people are going to need to come together, you know, like when it comes to all sorts of things that are happening in the world. You know, be it energy prices and people standing up for not getting shafted or whatever, you know, like it's, people are going to need to stand together, different types of people. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And it's got to happen, right? It's got to come. And I think that's something that we've got to really work on just now, is like, see, like don't step down either from what you do believe in. Like, don't, if you really feel something, then don't feel like you know, don't be backed into a corner. I know there's a lot of people that are scared just now, and they're scared to like, you know, to even speak their truth. They're scared to communicate. They're scared to all this stuff that's going on right now. But don't be scared. You know, you've got a big community of people that love you, and sometimes it's just about putting yourself out there a wee bit, you know, and you'll find exactly what you're looking for. You'll find your tribe. Okay, so for the next wee while, for like, this is for the future, this is like for the next month ahead, we're getting the card El Moira, clear and shield your energy. Okay, so this is, again, it's like a powerful card. It's a card to remind you to come into your power, and it's reminding you of how powerful you are, but also you have to keep yourself protected. So a lot of people like wonder, oh, how am I going to protect myself? You know, there's ways of doing it. You can do little meditations. You can invoke white light to come and protect you. You can put yourself in like an imaginary jar and a snow globe, and just get on with your day and just not allow negative energy to come near you, because it is a big thing just now. Like, I think, you know, if you're in the light and then you're trying to work in the light and you're trying to be awake and you're trying to stay awake, I think you can be drained, and you can feel the energies of people who aren't, and people who are, you know, pretty asleep, and it can be quite draining for us. So this is like a big reminder, because there's going to be a lot of that happening, but if you can just look after yourself and clear and shield your energy, you will have so much power that these things won't be affecting you, these people won't be affecting you anymore. In fact, you know, it'll just be, you'll just be radiating that glow. So this is just a reminder, like, protect yourself, really love and protect yourself all the time. What do you think about that?
oh, I was about to ask you what your favourite ways of clearing your energy are. Like, you know, for me, like meditation's big for me. You know, like if I, you know, and
Yeah.
that clears my mind.
Maybe Eden's just came into the room. You can see half here.
Hi.
We've got the two girls in the reading tonight. Yeah, my favourite ways of protecting myself, well, I love a bit of sage, right? I had the sage out tonight. I love cleansing the house with sage, and I love like going over my aura with sage and just asking like my angels and my guides to like get rid of anything that's maybe stuck to me or that's came to me from anyone or anything else, and then just shield me, clear me. And I love that. I love to just like be in that smoke. I think the smoke's really cleansing. But I also love to just like invoke white light. I've got loads of different ways actually. It just depends what I'm doing. And I think like also it depends on like you might not have sage, but you might know you need to get yourself protected. Also, I don't know how I forgot about this one. I love to dry brush. You'll see me doing this all the time. I'm like, see you later, pal.
Don't take it
Just
personal.
like I don't not because I teach people like after you heal anybody, dry brush, right? Because it helps to like shift the person that you've maybe been working on. It takes their energy or anything maybe negative that they've had. It can clear that from you because you don't want to be carrying around anybody else's shit, okay? And that's not a bad thing. It's best for you. It's best for everyone. And you can also pick up on like someone's good energy too. And sometimes it can make you like more hyper or have a lot more energy, but I always just know like it's not my energy, so I have to clear that,
Definitely.
you know. So moving on. Okay, so like what's the month all about? What's happening over the month? And we're going back to the angels here, and this is the card Purpose has come out. So the affirmation for that is I am strong and determined. So I'm going to read this message because I feel like this is like this card's coming out is a strong message for you. So I'm going to read this and then just let you know what we're picking up. So the angels remind you that every situation or person is placed on your path with a purpose. It may be to strengthen you, offer you an opportunity to resolve or forgive the past, release old patterns, or for enjoyment. Your life purpose is ultimately to do that which brings you joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment. Seeking those qualities will place you on the path of your destiny. Once on your life path, allow nothing and no one to deflect you from your mission. Your guidance is to ask your angel to help you find the purpose of your current situation, or, if you are ready, your life mission. Align your strength and willpower and hold your intention to fulfill your purpose. The angels will support you and you will succeed. I am strong and determined.
You certainly are.
Wow. Okay. Your life purpose is ultimately to do that which brings you joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment. So, what brings you joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment? Like, you can be honest and answer that. You don't need to answer it like to anyone by yourself. But what really does make you feel good? Because that's a big thing that's coming up this month. And obviously when December's ending, we're going to have the last full moon of the year this next week coming, actually, on Wednesday the 7th. So like we've got all these like things coming up, so it's time now to really decide like what's going to fulfill you, what's going to make your life amazing, and go for it. Really go for it. And I think this has been coming up in all the readings over the past few months. It's been about like trying to get you ready for takeoff in a way. And I feel like that's what this is about. This is like getting you to figure it out and really go deep with it.
There's something about the the willpower and the intention there for me, like, because I kind of see them sometimes as like not opposites, but they're very different in that way. Where sometimes with willpower you can get kind of trapped in that force, and like you're going down a path and you're like trying to like will it,
Yeah.
Whereas if you just set an intention for your highest good to come and your purpose to be revealed, then like I think that carries a different energy, and like I don't see a lot of that in the world right now. I see a lot of willpower and a lot of defensiveness, and not a lot of people truly living their purpose. So
Yeah, but I think that is where like we come in a way where we can help people with healing. And I think a lot of people, in fact we are all suffering from addiction, And I think like align your strength and willpower and hold your intention. And I think there's a lot of like people that are like struggling with addiction, whether it's to shopping, whether food. Some people are even addicted to going to the gym too much. Like we've got loads of there's so many different things, and we're all addicted to something. And I think it's just about really coming into alignment with it all and being honest about what it is.
Aye, don't get me started on addiction. I love that subject. Gabor Mate.
Oh yes, that's right.
Filling a void. I always think that it comes back to that, like people that are addicted to things, like looking for that external way of filling the void within. Like,
Yeah. So again, like, yeah, it's time to just be honest and like, I think having somebody to go to and to get healing from and to talk to and to have a coach is so important, especially when you're struggling with stuff like that. And I think, like, for me, when you started talking about that, I could feel like, right, we need to speak about this, like, because people are really struggling right now with addiction, and I feel like they need someone,
it's
to
one of my
talk to.
favourite things to do. Of all the things that we do, like holding that space for folk to to go within and to see through their bullshit,
Yeah.
find themselves and find their purpose. Like there's almost nothing more fulfilling
Exactly.
for me than that. I love that.
Yes. So purpose, right? That is like, it's a big thing, and I think if you can figure it out, before the end of the month, before we go into January, then that would be amazing, because then the cards will change a wee bit. Next year they will start to change and shift, because yours will be like living your truth. You'll be living in like alignment to where you're meant to be. So please figure out what your purpose is. And if you're struggling with that as well, like, get in touch with us. We can help. Come and talk to us. That's what we're here for. We love to help people. Okay. So, what do we have to do to help to fulfill that purpose? We have to balance career and home life. It's actually one of my favourite cards, Isis. So it's the Egyptian goddess that's coming out here. So in order for us to be able to, work on our stuff, like to be able to probably communicate, to even be curious, to, to get in our power, this is what we have to do here. We have to balance career and home life. So we've basically got to get our shit together, guys. It's time. And I think it can be quite a wavy one, actually, because I think this month can be quite a crazy time and it feels hard to get everything into balance. But I think it's about realising that Christmas is all about the presents, not the presents, and chilling a bit with that and getting things in order. So just sorting out all the stuff so that you can then figure out what your purpose is. And just, I feel like there's a lot of people needing to relax as well. I feel like there's a lot of like people up to high dawn. I can feel a lot of anxiety, and yeah, there's a lot needing done here. So it's time to really get your shit together. And if you're struggling with that again, like, get crystals, heal, meditations. Like, there's so many different things.
I feel like we should do something. I feel like we should do a wee relaxation sort of anxiety healing night, a wee meditation or something, like
that
specifically
sounds good,
on that, because I think that came up for a reason there.
Definitely. Like, yeah, I can literally feel it. It's like a, it's like a wave, and there's a lot of people involved in this. So yeah, maybe we should be getting together. And like we have events actually quite often. We've got one for the full moon in Aroma in Wisha on Wednesday coming, which everybody's welcome to, and that's a lot of releasing on these nights. We're working with fire, and we burn stuff in the fire, we do yoga, we do a bit of healing. So coming and doing things like that can also help you balance and bring more balance into your life. Not just, you don't have to just come to your stuff, but look at yoga classes, look at things that are going on round about you, and find something that can help you get more balanced and also help you relax, because there's a lot of people just needing to relax without medication, you know, without reaching for a sleeping tablet, without feeling the need for something that's not serving you. So let's look at that. Let's look into these things. Okay. Okay, so the next card that's coming up is practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. Okay, so I think this is all about what, like, once you've found this purpose, and once you've, like, you know, even once you've got a wee bit more balance, then it's all about keeping that up. So find out all the things that you have to find out, and you know what you need to work on, but then you have to really practice, practice, practice. You have to keep it up, and that's where we all we can dip, you know. I don't know, how long is it they say it takes to change a habit? Is it 21
They say
days?
21 days, but and that might be in the ballpark, but I feel like it just gets stronger and stronger with time. Like, for instance, there was a time where I would get up like probably at the last minute, and I'd be running for the train and wouldn't even have thought about like a morning mobility routine. But now you know what I'm like it's,
Yeah.
you know, it's not always easy. We don't always have loads of time right now, but like I'll find 5 minutes to make sure I do my wee mobility routine and stuff, and it's so hardwired into me now because I've practiced it over time. Like, you know,
Exactly.
that's
And
the key.
the more you do that and the more you get better at it, then it just becomes part of your flow. So yeah, I totally agree with you there. Like, it's not always easy. Like, I love to get up and do like a wee workout and do a bit of healing and sending out intentions and stuff, and like the now I have to end up like sometimes doing it in the afternoon or while holding Hopi and like just going for it. Like, it's been mad, but you
Look
have
at
to
you
just
though,
get into
my
your
God,
flow.
can you believe this lady just had a baby like 6 weeks ago? My God, like rocking it in the gym, squats and stuff you're doing for someone who's just had a wee baby is incredible. Like,
I think it's about communicating with your own body as well. So, you know, through years of being an arsehole to myself, basically, I've become kinder to myself, and I've been talking to myself through my pregnancy and since I had Hopi, and just talking to myself and being kind to myself and like loving myself and all my wee like stretchy bits and massive nipples and different things that have been going down, like just loving that. And through that is helping my body, I feel, come back to how I want it to be, or how it should be and how it wants to be, because I'm not putting any pressure on myself either. But I think it's about really nurturing yourself and putting good stuff into your body and doing good stuff for your body when you can. So yeah, and also like I need to thank you for that too, because you helped me like making me stuff and like helping me with the dogs and different things. It's aye. So yes, right, we need to practice and we need to allow ourselves to allow new things into our day and into our morning and evening routines.
aye, because it's always evolving. Like,
Yeah.
as much as that's hardwired into me, like you're, you know, like I shift it from time to time, and sometimes out of necessity you have to cut
Aye.
it down, and sometimes when you've got the time you'll really roll with it, and allow it to evolve, you know, like, so practice, but always evolution.
Yes, definitely. Okay. Right, so now the next card that's coming out is Let Go. Okay, so this is like for everything to fall into place, what do we need to do? Now, we need to let go, of course. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. So when we surrender, you know, sometimes we're trying to control everything and we're trying to control everyone, and sometimes you really just have to surrender and let things go. You know, only thing that we can really be in control of is ourselves and these decisions that we need to make about what makes us feel good and our purpose and all these things, instead of trying to like worry about other people's and try to control, you know, what's happening in other people's worlds. That's coming up. But for me, I'm feeling like let go. We have to just like let go of so much in order to be able to fulfill our purpose and to be that honest with ourselves to say what we really want. So we're having to let go. We have to let go, and I've said it just before as well. There's stuff coming up with the throat again. But we have to let go of addiction. We have to let go of the things that are holding us back. So, you know, there's a lot of self-sabotaging going on as well. So these are things that we're having to let go of. We have to stop and basically surrender and just stop doing it. I feel like one of the big things that comes up a lot is how people speak to themselves. So the way you're speaking to yourself is something that you're probably going to have to change and let go of, and start communicating to yourself in a nicer way. Like Stephen, just like you said something earlier and it made me bring up like how I've been communicating to myself. So you have to do the same. You have to start being nicer to yourself and communicating to yourself in a nicer way, and let go of all the shitty patterns and ways you've been speaking to yourself and treating yourself, in order for everything else to come into place and make this next month a really beautiful, amazing, powerful one. Feeling that?
Yeah, of course.
I'm feeling it. Okay. Right. So this is the last card. And it's a beautiful wee card actually. I love this card. Okay, so this is the card this is the marriage card. This is the card that ends this reading. Okay. The fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. So, here we go. We actually decided we were getting married last Christmas Day at the back of Aroma at my dad's shop, and the amazing stuff that's happened since then has been unbelievable. We manifested everything this year. It's been absolutely crazy. But for me, this is coming out at the end of this reading, so it's your last card, and it's coming out because it's like, have more joy. Like let's invite joy in. Let's God, I can't even think of the word right now. Let's commit, right? But the commitment is to you. You've got to commit to yourself. Okay, so start to commit to you. Start to pour love into yourself. Think of yourself as like your first love, and you have to start being so kind and so like in love with you, that you'll be floating through life. And I just feel like that has to come up, because I think a lot of people struggle and they wonder if they'll ever find like someone to love or have someone to love them. And really, you really have to do that with yourself in order for that to happen. You really have to start putting some love and trust into you. And I can remember doing like a wee ritual like that. Like, wasn't it actually too long before I met you maybe like a year or something. But we done a night and we had like hematite rings, and we got like we just like we done like a meditation and married ourselves,
Right.
right, and just like gave ourselves that power back, because like sometimes people go out with, don't we, and we look for love and we're vulnerable and we, you know, and we look for it in all the wrong places and we attract the wrong people. I mean, God, we attract the wrong people, but once you can start to say, right, no, I'm committed to me here, then it's amazing what can float into your life and who will float into your life. So
See that wee picture there? That actually reminds me a little bit of our wedding day.
yeah,
With the
So,
possible
big babies.
exception of the unicorn. Like, but aye,
yeah, it is actually, isn't
wee
it?
kind of nature wedding.
Yeah.
Warm and fuzzy vibes.
Oh yeah.
What a year, Trips.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful year. So thank you guys for joining us for this last universal reading of the year. Even celebrating our wee punch drink.
What have you put in it?
Mint.
Could be anything in that actually.
I'll have some.
Okay, so I'll have a wee sip
It's
and
got
then I'm
mint
going
in
to
it.
get my drum and I'm
got
going to
mint.
give you a wee bit of healing to end the...
Look at wee Hopi. Slept through the lot.
It's actually not bad.
That's for you.
Oh, thanks.
Stephen, do you want to try it?
Well, he didn't give me
Not
some
really, but
freshly made juice. Okay.
Go and try a bit. Don't worry.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a bit of drum healing and a wee meditation for you. Tonight, what I want to do is I want to help you release anxiety with this healing. It's just a quick couple of minutes. So I want you just to start by breathing, okay? So when you're breathing, I want you to imagine you're breathing in love and healing light. And on the out breath, you're breathing out anxiety, okay? So you're letting in the love and you're just letting go of anxiety and fear and anything that's bothering you. And just do that as we let in the drum. If you're wondering where that love, where that beautiful healing light is coming from, think of the universe, think of the amazing light, energy that comes from there, from the sun, the moon. So breathe, feel that healing energy travel into your head, your face, your jaw. Breathe, feel that energy come into your chest. Breathe all that love and light and healing into your heart space. And as you breathe away, let go. Let go of anxiety, worry and fear. Let your shoulders, your arms, wrists and hands relax. Breathe that light into your stomach. To your hips. in that love, that light. Breathe away anything you need to cut ties with, anything you need to let go of. Breathe it away. Let it go. Breathe that healing energy into your calves, ankles and feet. Say to yourself, I am grounded, safe and secure. I'm at one with the cosmic universe and Mother Earth. I am free. I am free to be me. I am filled with universal love and healing power. I am grounded, safe and secure. If you've got sage, grab it, cleanse your aura, cleanse your house, protect yourself, clear and shield your energy. Do what feels good for you. And just come back whenever you're ready, in your own time, and just embrace all the energies from the reading and know that you are loved, you're safe, you're protected. And when you talk to Source, when you talk to nature, when you talk to the universe, things will flow better for you. You will notice the change when you start to communicate and allow things to just naturally flow. And if you need us, contact us. As always, we're here and we love you guys. Thank you so much. And thanks to wee Hopi for just being so chill, man. Wow. Can't actually believe this.
Good girl. Oh, here she goes.
Aww, wee noise. Wee baby noise. Lots of love, guys.
Bye.